Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Langrisser. And yep, this is the third week of the current major update. We have 2 more weeks to go actually. If you remember that this update is like 5 weeks long. So let's get right into the stuff that are now in the game. And of course, don't forget to claim this because every week we'll get 5 Trinity vouchers just by claiming it, of course. And also remember to do that every week. This is a welfare reward, and this will stay there for 3 days. So make sure you claim it before then, until that time. I mean, before that time, otherwise you'll miss out. So don't forget about that. Okay, let's get to the events and see what we have here. So we got Endless Voyage Return, starting today until the 10th of July, and that will be, let's see, I think that will be, let's see, one, two. Okay, so that will be like 3 weeks duration. So yeah, this event will overlap with the next major update. So yeah, this will be interesting. Well, actually, wait, maybe it'll be just be here for like Actually, no. You know what? This will stay here until the end of the major update. I might miscalculate the math here. So, anyways, moving on, we also have, let's see, homework journal. No, that's the one that we had last week. Okay, so yeah, it was not that one. Eva's free bazaar is active right now, so this is the time when you get yourself some like nice packs here. But of course, these ones do cost money, so be careful. And these are the stuff that you can add on top of the packs here. So if you go for 199 deal, these are the ones that you can choose out of the three choices. Looks pretty nice. And then for 499, these are the ones you can choose for your pack, similar to the other one. And then for this one here, this one is gonna get juicy. This one is 14.99 deal, and you can choose these ones. And if you need control points, there are two options you can go for. You can go both of them with control points if you want to, but if you need something else, like skin vouchers, uh, the rune shards, I think that's what they're called, and also those like SP soldier materials. Yeah, you can choose one of those four if you want. But if you want to mix and match, that's also fine. But if you desperately need control points, I will highly recommend you choose both with control points. And then for 2099 deal, you get these options here. Actually, you don't have much. You have fewer options than the others. Typical Zlong. And this is mostly for soldier training. So if you need additional like those ones here, like special treasure hoard, where you can choose 7 of the specific resources for your soldiers, that is excellent for you to pick up if you need to catch up. And finally, the 29.99 deal. These are the class mastery stuff and also some other stuff that you need for your stamina, and also maybe gold even if you choose. And we also have Springtide Lottery. This one is going to be similar to what we had previously, but this one is a celebration of the of like a specific event, which is the spring. But I think this went live around like the springtime in CN. But anyways, we got this one now, so we can get ourselves on grinding here. And how to get these, you may ask? You get these by let's see. I believe you get them through like specific quests. Let me take a look. Doing okay. So let's see. There could be a rules here, right? Uh, okay. So during the event period, exchange to collect the lucky knots for the Spring Festival mystery prize. Okay. Okay. It doesn't really say where you can obtain these, but to my speculation, it must be from the Secret Realm events, if I'm not mistaken. Here, I think that's where you get it from, but other than that, I'm not 100% sure. So, anyways, I had to figure out whether if they're from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and it is confirmed that these ones, like the lucky knots that I talked about earlier, you get them through Secret Realm events, like daily events at least. So yep, I don't know why they didn't say specifically here, but maybe I might have missed somewhere. But Anyways, you get those stuff from the Secret Realm as usual. So yep, get the grind going. And then we also have the return of Bright Summoner banner. Yep. Finally, right? Yep. So basically, now you get another opportunity for you to get yourself an LR hero Bright Summoner. If you have missed her before, this is a good opportunity for you to pick her up because she is excellent for PvE and PvP. Like most specifically, if you're like a rush player, the mage Chris is gonna be really nuts because her unicorn does a lot of damage. Not gonna lie. But if you choose Holy Chris, that also works too. But you're probably more like a support side rather than offense. Anyways, it's based on your preference. And then we also have more stuff going on here, which is we also have the radar banner for Sword and Light and Shadow, and also Celica. And then Ulysses Legends Destiny banner featuring Lemia, Gun, and Jace. And man, I think my ult might actually benefit from this because Lemia is excellent, but the thing is, it might not be necessary, but we'll have to see. Because my ult is kind of missing the firepower right now. So we'll have to see if I want to get that or not. And also, of course, okay, yeah, this is where it explains where you can get those lucky knots. It's through Secret Realms. I see. And now, of course, I actually clicked this by accident last night, so this was not showing as new. So, anyways, Flame Realm Phenomenon is active right now until the 2nd of July, which is 2 weeks duration. So, yep, these are all the events so far. Now let's move on to the next part, which is the store. And also this time around, I'm just gonna keep it short and simple because if I explain a lot of these all the time, I'm afraid it's gonna take the video. It's gonna make the video very long, which I honestly do not enjoy to talk about because not many people spend gift packs nowadays because as it currently with the economy right now, it doesn't seem to be in our favor. So, anyways, let's look into skins really quick. So we got the returning skins of like musical skins, such as Luna, Matthew, Yulia. Well, actually, wait, maybe this one's not even a. This is not even the musical skin. Whoops. Celica is another skin that has returned. Chris is also back, which makes sense because Bright Summoner is back. I mean, they both are not the same character, but I mean, they are the same in the lore wise. But however, as the game itself, they are separate characters. Liana is also back for you to grab. And if you're not satisfied with those, the beach outfits additionally had their return as well. And last week I didn't notice they have beach outfits back. Like all of them are back. Well, most of them are. But now there's other three that are back as well. Maybe four actually. Because I usually roll out four different ones. But anyways, these skins are returned for you to get if you need them. I mean, if you like their design, that is. Now let's move on to gift packs. I'm just gonna keep it briefly as much as possible. For all the gift packs, spend them as you please. But if you are not interested of like spending them, then that's totally fine. No need to force yourself. So we have Springcaster's Gift. These are the stuff that you get in here for $7.99. And then there's the Grand Trinity Festival for $99.99. You get a lot of these out of this. We also have the Divine Soldier Descent combo. This is what's included. Basically just character awakening materials and other things. Yeah, and also finally this Pathfinder's Travel Pack. This is for your sweep stamina needs for $4.99. And yes, the reason I want to make this shorter is because I just don't want this video to be too long and make some of you like bored all of a sudden. So I'm just gonna try to breeze through that as much as possible. But of course, not too much because you still need to get informed what those packs are. And yeah, I don't know. Every week there's always that pop up there. I don't know why I kept saying that, but even though there aren't really any right now. So anyways, let's give you a rundown on what banners are leaving and what banners are not. So far, there's only one banner that's going to be leaving soon, which we'll talk about soon. So Serena, if you have not summoned for Serena, I highly recommend you pull for her. She is okay in PvE, but PvP, she's a must pull. Same said for Enya, of course. Like she can copy enemy units or your own units. In PvE, you can actually copy the same unit as many times as you want. But for PvP, you can only do it once per unit. And of course, she cannot clone herself, by the way. Honestly, how funny would it be if you could? That would be too broken. And then Awaken 1 is also here for 3 weeks, so you have plenty of time to summon for her if you don't have her before. Although, as of right now, she's kind of optional if you have Serena already, but if you need like a decent damage dealer and also a decent like mobility control against the enemies, she's not bad to pick up, which is nice to note here. And of course, Bright Summer just came back in this week, so you have 3 weeks to do so. And she is of course worth it if you don't have her previously. Like she can heal, she can also deal decent damage to enemies, and also if you choose her as a holy class, she will give you a great support for your team. But if you choose mage, you can go all out like not like no tomorrow. Like she has like a unicorn that can prevent like a guard whenever the unicorn attacks, while Bright Summoner activates the 3C version. And by the way, the regular version doesn't do guard ignore, so keep that in mind. Divine Awesome Summon for the most heroes, all the way up to Nonoran and Saffron, will be here for 3 more weeks. Like, if you miss anybody in the past prior to Saffron and Nonoran, I would highly recommend for you to pull this because there are a lot of good heroes on this list. Like Isolde, Tyrantel, you name it. Anybody that's released before these two heroes that you see on the screen, they're worth the grab. And then for the Less Legends, this one is just arrived today, so 2 weeks from now. So this one is actually most recommended if you need like a good damage dealer. Lemmy and Jace are the good candidate. A gun could also work too, but it might be a bit tricky for some players. But if you want to have like straightforward attacks, I would say go for Lemia or Jace if you're missing either one of those two. But if you're only missing just one of them, it's not a bad idea to pick this banner here to fill up the gap. But if you're missing both like Jace and Lemia, pray that you can get someone that you want the most. Otherwise, this might be a trap for you. But if you need them, go ahead. If not, ignore it. And next up, we got Radar Banner. This one just arrived this week. So this one features Z2, or known as Sword of Light and Shadow, and Celica. Honestly, even though this is a Radar Banner, these two characters are actually worth the grab. Like Z2 is still good out there, but depending on what box you're running with. Celica works in any box in general. So, yep, Celica is a worth grab if you need like a special healer that can also provide revives. That's the whole gimmick of her kit. So basically, she grants revives on a character that you might think is like fragile to like a deadly attack or whatever. She is the girl for you to get. And then we also have the Langrisser 1 to 5. It's also summon. This will be here for 1 more week. So if you need some catch up to do on the previous Langrisser Heroes lineup, this is the time to do it. Otherwise, you can just skip this one and then wait for another banner to come, or just focus your resources on the banner that you need the most. So, anyways, that's about it from me. So, anyways, I haven't had to decide whether I want to pull for any of these characters on the Destiny banner, because honestly, it might be risky, but I may have to take a look. And I'll think about it. So if I have made my decisions, I will do so. But if not, I'll just have it a skip. So anyways, that's it from me. So hope y'all find this video helpful or informative, and I'll see y'all next time.